Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know that this video has a bit of a glare. All my lights are on in my room. It's late at night. It's around 11:30 at night, so please just bear with me. If you hear white noise in the background, that's just my fan going off. I have an overhead fan going on because, it's summer, it gets hot. So I'm just gonna get right into it. My current book that I'm reading is Contact. I bought that at Goodwill while I was on vacation. It was written by Carl Sagan. There was a movie about it, starring Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey. I never seen the movie. This is the first time I'm reading the book. It's more along the lines of sci-fi. I usually don't go after sci-fi. I do believe in UFOs and aliens. The only sci-fi thing that I really ever watched on TV was the X-Files. And that was pretty much it. But yeah, I'm glad I picked this book up because it does pertain to like sci-fi stuff. And I'm not that much far into it. It is a long book. It has, oh gosh, let me see. 431 pages. I'm only on pages 78 and 79. So I'm not that far into it, but I am liking it so far. It's not bad. In terms of what book I'm going to be reading next, I have no idea. So I have this journal. I am more than halfway through it already. I started the entry just this morning. Actually, past midnight last night, but whatever. I have that much left. I started this one on August 1st. It is my number 91 journal that I have. I decorated the daily to add this thing before I actually started to write it, and I've been writing like mad ever since I started it, really. And actually ever since I got back from vacation. Which brings me to my next point. Yes, I did go on a vacation for about 10 days. I was in Catawba, New Jersey, Milford, Connecticut, and Wakefield, Massachusetts, and I spent a day in New York City. I did get a whole bunch of books in my travels. Some were used, some were old, some were new, some were used books. I collected a total of 173 books. Yeah, so that's a lot of books that I collected. And I packed them in bags. You know those heavy-set tote bags that people use in replacement for the plastic bags. So I have, oh gosh, probably about at least 4 of those bags filled with these books. And yes, I'm going to read them all. And I did buy 19 journals. So I showcased those journals in my past video. So whenever I get a collection of new journals, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upload a video about the new journals that I have. The books are a different story because, like I said, I do have 173 ones that I just got. There were so many of them to go through. It's not that I wouldn't be more than happy to show them to you, but I won't do it because I have so many to go through. So on vacation, like I said, I did get books. I got a whole bunch of books. I got a whole bunch of journals. I went to Goodwill. I bought a jewelry box. I bought some clothes. I do have to wash the clothes though. So I will upload a video about my Goodwill hauls. I did buy a framed picture that I'm probably going to hang on the wall one of these days. Some teacups I got. They have to be washed. Yeah, all that good stuff. The couple of the journals that I bought from a couple of the Goodwills were in that pile that I showed you in the last video. That pink one that I showed you, The one that I said I want to use for next January. I got that at a Goodwill, and I know it's a little bit beat up. I don't care. I love it. I saw it. I fell in love with it. I'm thinking to myself, this poor thing really needs a home, so I'm going to buy it and bring it home to me. And I know it has writing in it. I know some of the pages have been torn out, but it doesn't mean it's a lost cause. Just because a journal has been kind of beaten up by a previous owner doesn't mean it's a lost cause. And I know I could make something good out of that journal. I know I'm going to be writing a lot about stuff in that journal. And yeah, I'm glad that I bought it. I'm very glad that I bought that journal. And also, I went to a few casinos here and there. So let's just put it this way. I won some and I lost some. And, it's hit or miss. But that's okay. And, yeah, today I was back at work. I came back to work Monday. And I was off yesterday. But I was back at work today. And, yeah, it wasn't too crazy busy. It's not been busy at work for a while. I think the inflation has a lot to do with it. Because even online sales have plummeted from what I'm hearing. And that's sad. I remember when I used to work at Kmart, same story. I worked at Kmart for 4.5 years. So it was there from April 2015 to October 2019. And I left right before the pandemic hit. Like, literally right before. Maybe 3.5 weeks before the pandemic hit. And when I first started working at Kmart, it was busy, constant flow of customers. I love being on register and waiting customers. That's like my most favorite thing to do at any job that I have. I did work at a couple offices in New Jersey, and while I was in college, when I went to Clemson University, and that's a whole different ballgame. So when I used to work at Kmart, for first 2 years, it was just like always very steady. And I remember I worked 6 months overnight. I didn't mind doing that. I do prefer the register instead. I like the activity, I like the interaction, I like the busyness that we have. Same thing with when I worked at Dollar Tree. It was like a constant flow of customers at Dollar Tree when I worked there. And I don't ever remember a boring or quiet day, maybe a couple days, few times here and there at Dollar Tree, but for the most part, it was just like constant flow of people coming in and out. And I'm glad for it because it kept me busy, and I like waiting on people. I like helping people like that. And when I got to Kmart, it was like that for first couple of years I was at Kmart, and then 2.5 years into that, they started, and I was hearing about Kmart closing here and there even before I started working in Kmart, but I started to work there anyway. Figured, why not? It's going to give me more experience, give me something to do, even though it was part-time. And when I, kept hearing about Kmart closing, and I knew that Kmart that I worked at was going to close eventually. They closed, as a matter of fact, on Groundhog's Day of 2020. I remember that because they were announcing that. I remember, hearing and seeing that announcement. And what took place in that now is an Aldi's store. It's a nice food store. If you ever go to Aldi's, go visit there. It's a really nice food store. They may be a little pricey depending upon what you get, but they have a lot of healthy foods there, which I like. And hands down, I'd take that over Walmart any day because Walmart doesn't have really good selection for food, and a lot of it's not very healthy for you. But do I miss Kmart? No, because that's all water under a bridge anyway. I mean, I can't long for the past. The past isn't a past. It's best that, it's nice to reminisce. It's nice to learn lessons and reflect, but I'm not one to live in the past. So no, I don't miss Kmart. I also don't know what God has in store for me. To the T exactly. I have an idea of what's going to be coming up, but I can't say what it is yet. Sorry, guys. That's just how it is. And on an end note, I know this vlog has been a little bit of a chatty vlog, but hey, that's okay. What I was gonna say, I am going to look into getting a mini tripod for my desk in my craft room. I do have a tripod which I always use, but it's like the tall one, and so when I do filming of my videos, I sit on my bed to do my videos, to film my videos, which I don't mind, but I want to change things up a bit. I want to like change the pace about it a little bit. And I did used to have a mini tripod, but I wasn't using it for a long time, and I donated it to Goodwill. Looking back, I kind of wish I would have done that because I could have kept that thing. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Alright, enough of my chatty vlog. I will let you guys go with that. I hope you guys have a good night. Bye!